She did it again. She lied to your face, gave you the silent treatment, made you feel like you were the crazy one. And once again, you sat there, calm on the outside, exploding on the inside, wondering why you're always the one apologizing, always the one chasing, always the one being played. Let me be brutally honest with you, my friend. This stops today. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to hand you the exact 5-step Stoic counter that will make any woman who plays dirty regret the day she tried. And here's the kicker. It's not about getting angry. It's not about getting even. It's about doing something most guys never figure out. Here's what's going to happen by the time this video ends. You'll spot the 5 dirtiest games women play in real time, not days later, not weeks later, the moment they start. You'll have the same 3-step Stoic framework Marcus Aurelius used 2,000 years ago when his enemies tried to break him. The framework that turns a man from prey into something women can't manipulate. And trust me, my friend, by the time we get to play number 5, the dirtiest one of them all, the one she's probably using on you right now without you even realizing it, you're going to see your entire relationship with new eyes. This is the counter every man should have learned at 18, and almost no one ever did. Before we dive in, let me tell you the lie that's been killing you. Society told you, when she's hurting you, communicate openly, stay calm, be the bigger person, talk it through. That advice isn't just wrong, it's the exact reason you keep losing. Because here's the truth, a woman who plays dirty isn't looking for communication. She's testing your reaction, every text you send to fix it, every conversation you start to clear the air, every emotional response. That's not closure, that's fuel. The Stoic counter does the opposite, it starves the game. Every counter I'm about to show you runs on the same 3-step framework. Memorize it, tattoo it on your brain. Step 1, pause. When she does something dirty, your first instinct is to react. Defend, explain, argue, don't. 3 seconds of silence in your own head before you respond. That's the difference between a man who's controlled and a man who controls. Step 2, observe. Name the game in your head. This is gaslighting. This is breadcrumbing. She's baiting jealousy. Because here's why. What you can name, you can't be controlled by. Step 3, respond from control. Not from anger, not from hurt, not from fear, from control. Calm voice, steady eyes, short words, pause, observe, respond. 3 steps, 5 plays. 1 man she'll never play again. Now let's start with play 1, the one she's probably using on you right now. It's 9:47 p.m. You sent her a message 4 hours ago. Hey, just checking in. You good? Read at 6:12. No reply. You refresh. You think maybe her phone died. Maybe she's busy. But you know because this is the 3rd time this week. There was a small disagreement, barely an argument, and now this. The wall, the silence, the vanishing act. And you're sitting there at 9:47, refreshing your phone like a junkie, wondering what you did wrong. Welcome to play number 1, the silent treatment. The most common dirty play a woman will ever use on a man, because it always works. Here's what's actually happening on the other side of that silence. She's not heartbroken, she's not crying, she's watching you. Watching to see how long you last. Watching to see if you'll send the 2nd text, the 3rd, the "is everything okay?" Because the silent treatment isn't about her processing emotions, it's about her measuring your dependency. Every hour you stay anxious, she gains a point. Every text you send chasing, she gains another. The silent treatment is a leash, my friend. And every man who chases the silence is the one tightening it around his own neck. Most guys do exactly what she's hoping for. They send the 2nd text, then a 3rd, then comes the long one, the paragraph. the apology for things they didn't do, the reassurance she didn't ask for. He thinks he's being mature. He's not. He's confirming everything she suspected, that he can be controlled with silence, that she has the power to make him spiral with nothing more than an unread text. And the moment he hits send on that paragraph, he's done, because now she knows, all I have to do is go quiet and he comes apart. She'll do it again and again, because it works. But you're not most guys. Here's what you do instead. When she goes silent, you go silent first. Not as punishment, not as a tactic, as a standard. 1, you stop checking your phone. Not for a few hours, for the whole day. Maybe 2, you put it face down and don't flip it over. Every time you feel the urge, you remind yourself, the man she can pull strings on is the man she'll never respect. 2, you fill the silence with your life. Hit the gym, call your brother, finish the project on your desk, not to make her jealous. Because here's the truth, your life doesn't pause when she does. 3, when she finally reaches out. And trust me, she will. You don't lead with concern. You don't ask where she's been. You don't bring up the silence. Short, warm, but not eager. Hey, all good, what's up? That's it. No paragraph, no interrogation, no relief in your voice. Because here's the kicker. The message you just sent her without saying a word is this: I'm not waiting on you. I'm not afraid of losing you. And if you disappear again, I'll keep living my life until you decide to be a real partner. And that, my friend, is when your silence speaks louder than any argument she's trying to start. Here's what happens on her end. When she goes silent expecting you to chase, and the chase never comes, something cracks. Not in you, in her. The leash she thought she had snaps in her hand. Suddenly she's the one wondering, the one refreshing her phone. Either she comes back with real respect because she just learned you're not someone she can disappear on, or she vanishes for good because she realizes you can't be controlled. Either way, you win. Either way, the game is dead. Now, play number 2, the one almost every woman uses and almost every man falls for. You're sitting across from her at dinner. Things have been going well. Then, somewhere between the appetizer and the main course, she leans back and casually drops it. You know, my ex used to take me to this place in the city. He always knew the best spots. She says it like it's nothing, but you feel it, that tightness in your chest, that heat behind your eyes. Or it happens at a party. She's standing across the room, laughing a little too loudly with some guy you've never met, touching his arm just a little too long. She glances over to make sure you saw it. Welcome to play number 2, the jealousy bait. And let me be brutally honest, my friend, almost every man fails this test the first time. Here's what's actually going on in her head. She doesn't miss her ex. She isn't attracted to that guy at the party. She's running a test. She wants to see if she still has the power to make you flinch. Because here's the truth. A woman who feels secure in a man's value doesn't need to bait him. The bait only comes out when she's not sure if you're really high value or just another guy putting on an act. And every time you react, every flinch in your face, every shift in your tone, you give her the answer. He's controllable, he's insecure, he's mine. Most guys go one of 3 ways. Some get angry. They snap. Why are you bringing up your ex? They confront her about the guy at the party, and the moment they do, they hand her exactly what she came for, proof that she still owns their emotional state. Other guys go cold. They shut down. They sulk through dinner. They think they're being mature by not blowing up. They're not, because she can read every line on your face, and your silence is screaming louder than any argument. And then there's the worst move, retaliation. He brings up his own ex. He flirts with the waitress. Here's why retaliation is the dumbest move on earth. The moment you retaliate, you've admitted her bait worked. She's the director. You're the actor reading the lines she wrote. Whether you snap, sulk, or retaliate, she wins, and she'll do it again next week. But you're not most guys. When she drops the X-bomb, when she flirts across the room, you do something almost supernatural in its simplicity. You give her nothing. Not a flicker, not a frown, not a clenched jaw, nothing. 3 steps in 3 seconds. You pause. That tightness in your chest. You feel it. You let it pass through you like wind through an open window. You observe. You name it internally. This is jealousy bait. She's testing me. The moment you name it, the spell breaks. You respond from control. She mentions her ex. You smile, take a sip of your drink, and say something casual. That's nice. So what looks good on the menu? No edge, no sarcasm, just calm redirection. She's flirting at the party. You don't storm over. You don't sulk. You go talk to your friends. You laugh. You enjoy your night. Trust me, my friend, this drives a woman absolutely crazy. Because she expected a reaction. She needed a reaction. And when it doesn't come, her whole strategy collapses. Don't match her chaos. Make her face it alone. When the bait gets no bite, something shifts in her. First time, she's confused. Did he not hear me? Second time, unsettled. Why isn't this working anymore? Third time, she stops trying, because she just learned something most men never teach a woman in their entire lives. This man cannot be destabilized. His confidence doesn't bend when she pushes. Either she starts respecting you in a way she never did before, or she walks away, because games are the only relationship she knows how to have. Either way, you win. Either way, the game is dead. But play 2 is just the warm-up. Play 3 is where it gets dark. This is the one she uses when she wants to break your mind. Before we go into play 3, I want you to picture something. Rome. 161 AD, Marcus Aurelius is the most powerful man on earth. Armies wait for his word. Senators bow when he enters a room. And yet, behind closed doors, his own wife, Faustina, is rumored across the empire to be unfaithful. Whispers in every corner. Jokes told in the streets. A man who could order anyone executed with a single word. A man who could divorce her, banish her, destroy her name forever. He did none of it. He didn't rage. He didn't beg her to stop. He didn't retaliate. He just kept ruling, kept writing, kept living his life with the same calm dignity he had every other day. And in his private journal, he wrote one line that would echo for 2,000 years. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus didn't ignore his wife's behavior. He just refused to let it run his kingdom. Her game only works if you play. Refuse to play, and the game dies. If Marcus Aurelius could rule an empire while his wife was rumored to be cheating in front of the entire world and never lose his composure, never lose his throne, never lose himself, then trust me, my friend, you can handle whatever dirty play she throws at you next. Which brings us to play number 3. You remember the conversation perfectly. Last Tuesday, she told you she'd be home by 8. You waited. She walked in at 11. You ask her about it now, calmly. You said you'd be home by 8 last Tuesday. She looks at you like you've lost your mind. I never said 8. I said sometime after 9. You're remembering it wrong. You always do this. You pause. Did she say 8? You're sure she said 8. But now there's this seed of doubt. Maybe I misheard. Maybe she's right. A week later, it happens again. Different topic, same pattern. I never said that. You're imagining things. Are you sure you're feeling okay lately? Welcome to play number 3. the gaslight. And here's the kicker, my friend. This is the dirtiest play of them all, because it doesn't just hurt your feelings, it rewrites your reality. Here's what's actually happening when she gaslights you. She's not confused about what she said. She remembers it perfectly. She's trying to make you doubt your own perception, your own memory, your own sanity. Because here's the truth. The moment a man stops trusting his own mind, he becomes the easiest man on earth to control. If she can make you question whether she said something 5 minutes ago, she can make you question whether she lied, whether she cheated, whether you have any right to be upset about anything. Gaslighting isn't a misunderstanding. It's a war on your reality. Why do women do this? Almost always one of two reasons. Either she's hiding something, and gaslighting is her smokescreen, or she's testing how easily she can dominate you mentally. Because the man whose reality she controls is the man whose life she controls. Most guys make the exact same mistake. They try to prove they're right. They pull out their phone. Look, here's the text where you said 8. They cite dates. They build a legal case for their own sanity, like they're trying to win a court trial against their own girlfriend. Here's why this never works, my friend. Gaslighting isn't a debate. It's a power play. The moment you defend your reality with evidence, you've already lost. Now you're on trial. Now you're the one explaining yourself. Other guys go the opposite. They give in. You know what? Maybe I did miss here. I'm sorry. That's the worst possible move. Because now she's just learned that with enough pressure, she can rewrite anything, and you'll eventually agree. But you're not most guys. When she gaslights you, you don't argue. You don't pull out evidence. You don't apologize for things you didn't do. And here's the kicker. You don't need to convince her of anything. You pause. That urge to defend, to explain, to prove. You let it pass. You observe. You name it. This is gaslighting. She's rewriting reality. The spell breaks the moment you see the game. You respond from control. Short, calm, final. One sentence. I know what you said. I'm not going to argue about it. That's it. No paragraph, no evidence, no raised voice. If she keeps pushing, you don't engage. You repeat once. I heard what I heard. We can move on or not, but I'm not arguing about it. And then you actually move on. You change the subject. You leave the room. You go for a walk. Trust me, my friend. This is the most powerful move you can make, because you've just demonstrated something that breaks the gaslighting pattern entirely. Your reality doesn't require her validation. And here's what most men miss. If she keeps gaslighting over and over, if it becomes a pattern, that's not a communication problem. That's a character problem. The Stoic counter to a pattern of gaslighting isn't more conversations. It's distance. The moment you stop chasing, she starts wondering. When she gaslights you and you refuse to play, when there's no argument to win, no apology to extract, no doubt to plant, something fundamental shifts. The whole game depends on you doubting yourself. The moment you stop doubting, she has nothing. Either she stops gaslighting because she just learned it doesn't work on you anymore, or she escalates and shows you who she really is when she can't control you, which is the gift of clarity she'd otherwise never give you. Either way, my friend, you win. Either way, the game is dead. Now, play number 4 is where it gets really interesting. Because this one, she doesn't just play it once, she plays it every single day. Monday morning, she texts you first. Good morning, handsome. Couldn't stop thinking about you last night. Heart emojis. Plans for the weekend. Tuesday afternoon, you text her. One-word reply. K. Wednesday, nothing. By Wednesday night, you're checking her last scene, refreshing Instagram. Thursday morning, out of nowhere. Hey baby, what are you up to tonight? Like nothing happened. You're so relieved you almost cancel your plans to see her. By Friday, she's distant again. Welcome to play number 4, the hot and cold game. And here's the truth, my friend. This is the most addictive, dirty play of all. Because the highs feel so good, you forget how bad the lows hurt. Here's what's really going on. The hot and cold game isn't her mood swings. It's not because she's complicated. It's a calculated push-pull designed to keep you addicted. Here's why it works so well, my friend. The human brain doesn't crave consistency. It craves intermittent reward. The same thing that hooks people on slot machines hooks men onto women who run hot and cold. When you don't know if today will be a hot day or a cold day, your brain stays alert, anxious, glued to her every signal. Most guys think the highs are real and the lows are misunderstandings. Trust me, it's the opposite. The lows are who she really is. The highs are bait. Because here's the kicker. The man who's riding her emotional roller coaster is the man who can never leave. Most guys make the same mistake. They match her temperature. When she's hot, they're hot. They drop everything. They text back instantly. They pour their whole heart in. When she's cold, they panic. They send the, "Hey, you good?" text. They wonder what they did wrong, and every cycle, my friend, they teach her the same lesson. I will rise and fall with you. My emotions live in your hands. Here's the truth most men never figure out. You don't escape the hot and cold game by playing it better. You escape it by refusing to play it at all. But you're not most guys. So here's exactly what you do. You become flat, not cold, not distant, flat. The same man on Monday morning when she's pouring affection on you as you are on Wednesday night when she's gone silent. The same energy, the same calm presence. When she's hot, you receive it warmly, but you don't reorganize your life around it. You don't drop your plans. You don't pour out your heart. You stay the same man you were yesterday when she was cold. When she goes cold, you don't chase. You don't ask what's wrong. You stay flat. The cold doesn't shake you because nothing about you was depending on her warmth in the first place. Here's why this is so devastating to her game, my friend. The whole point of hot and cold is to make your emotional state dance with her temperature. The moment your emotional state stops dancing, the leash she had on you snaps. She'll test it. She'll go colder. She'll come back hotter. She'll try harder than she's ever tried because suddenly the man who used to ride her every wave is standing on solid ground and she's the one in the water now. Either she rises to meet your standard or she removes herself. You win both ways. When the roller coaster doesn't shake you, she has two choices. She can grow up and start showing up like a real partner, consistent, present, reliable. Or she can keep playing the game alone and eventually disappear, because games aren't fun when only one person is playing. Either way, my friend, the addiction breaks. Either way, the game is dead. But play number 5. This is the one I told you to wait for. The dirtiest play of all. The one she's probably using on you right now. And once you see it, you'll never unsee it. Here's how it goes. She texts you flirty things, late at night mostly, thinking about you, but never tells you when she's free to actually see you. You suggest dinner. Sounds amazing, let's figure out a day. That day never comes. She likes your photos, sends you a meme, asks how your week is going. But every time you try to make real plans, every time you try to take this somewhere actual, somewhere defined, she gets vague, busy. Maybe next week. Weeks turn into months. You're still texting, still hoping, still convinced something real is about to happen. Welcome to play number 5, the breadcrumb. And here's the truth I told you was coming, my friend. This is the dirtiest play of them all, because she's not even pretending to give you a relationship. She's just feeding you crumbs to keep you hungry. Here's what's really happening. She's not figuring out her feelings. She's not scared of commitment. She knows exactly what she's doing. A breadcrumber is keeping you on a shelf. You're an option, a backup plan. A guy she can text when she's bored, when she's lonely, when her main prospect doesn't work out. Why does she do it? Because here's the kicker, my friend. Having you on the shelf costs her nothing. A flirty text takes 10 seconds, a liked photo takes 1. And in exchange, she gets to keep you emotionally invested, mentally occupied, and quietly waiting for the green light that's never coming. She's not picking you, she's parking you. Most guys never see it because the breadcrumbs feel almost like a relationship. But trust me, almost a relationship is not a relationship. It's a holding pattern. Most guys make the same fatal mistake. They wait. They tell themselves she's just busy. They reread her old flirty texts. They convince themselves that next week, next month, something real is going to happen. Other guys double down. They send longer texts. They try harder to make plans. They get romantic, generous, hoping that if they just turn up the effort enough, she'll finally see them. She won't. Because here's the truth. She already sees you. She's just not picking you. The worst move of all? Telling her you're falling for her. Pouring out your heart to a woman who's been feeding you scraps. Because the moment you do that, my friend, you've just confirmed her entire strategy worked. Breadcrumbing only works as long as you keep eating the crumbs. But you're not most guys, and here's exactly what you do. You define your standard, and then you walk away from anything below it. No drama, no long explanation, no final speech. You stop showing up. You stop responding to the flirty 11 p.m. texts. You stop suggesting dates that get vagued away. If she notices and asks what changed, you tell her once, calmly, no anger, I'm not interested in something that lives only in text. If you want to actually see each other, I'm here. If not, I'm good. That's it. No begging, no ultimatum. Just a clean, calm statement of who you are and what you require. And then, this is the part most men can't do. You mean it. Here's why this works, my friend. The breadcrumb game depends entirely on you staying available. The moment you become unavailable, not in a manipulative way, but in a real way, her whole game collapses. And here's the kicker. The man who walks away from breadcrumbs is the man who finally creates room in his life for a woman who actually wants to feed him. This isn't about beating her. This is about becoming the man she can't beat. When you walk away from the crumbs without drama, she experiences something she's never experienced from you before. Consequence. You weren't supposed to leave. You were supposed to wait. Either she comes back with real intention, actual plans, actual presence, actual commitment, or she vanishes because the breadcrumb was never going to become anything more. Either way, my friend, you win. Either way, the game is dead. The silent treatment, the jealousy bait, the gaslight, the hot and cold, the breadcrumb. 5 different plays, 5 different masks, but one same dirty game underneath all of them, controlled through your reaction. Every single one of these games requires your participation to work. Your panic, your defense, your apology, your chase, your hope. Take that away, and the entire structure collapses. Here's the truth I want you to take from this video, my friend. A woman who plays dirty isn't powerful. She's dependent. Dependent on your reaction. Dependent on the version of you that society told you to be. The man who explains himself to people committed to misunderstanding him. The moment you stop being that man, every dirty play she's ever learned stops working. And here's the kicker. She will regret it. Not because you got revenge, not because you got even, but because she'll watch, silently, painfully, as the man she used to control becomes the man she can't even reach anymore. And by the time she realizes what she had, you'll already be gone, building a life with a woman who never had to play games to keep you. So here's what I want you to do, starting tonight. The next time she goes silent, you go silent first. The next time she baits jealousy, you give her nothing. The next time she gaslights, you don't argue, you walk. The next time she runs hot and cold, you stay flat as stone. The next time she breadcrumbs, you walk away without drama. 3 steps: pause, observe, respond. 5 plays. 1 man she'll never play again. You're not the same man who clicked on this video 20 minutes ago, my friend. You're not the man who chases anymore. You're the man who counters. Either she rises to meet your standard, or she removes herself. You win both ways. If you got value from this, if any of these plays hit too close to home, subscribe to the channel. Not for me, for you. Because every video here is going to make you sharper, stronger, more unshakable. You're not most guys anymore. Welcome to the counter.